Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 30 base. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Ready?
It's complete to Golden Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. Spins away. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. Go! Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Bravo! Undercrunch. Go!
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Fielded just inside the 20. Fights him off. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Cousins on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
He's checking. Crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings 40-yard line.
5. Mike 50, go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, he's got his man. This is Tate. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 7.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Madison running on first down. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bailey got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ready.
50, Mike, 50. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant.
Clear. Hey, 50 down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now.
Watch QB drop. Mike 50.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Yep. Hey, Box drop, box drop.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man.
Sit up.
50, Mike, 50.
Now Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
Gun.
Check, 59.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, defense.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Gun. Listen to me.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, wahoo. Wait a
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the car.
Gun.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, now look at
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's go.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, dude.
Check, check. You know it. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Gun. Wait, touch.
Now Cousins. It's caught. Smith. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Bailey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Giants. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Golden Tate. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Yes, yes. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, orbit. Get it.
On first down, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, Echo! Gun!
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, GBL Peppers. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Good route here. Bravo.
Now Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 28-24 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On the tackle defensively, Jaleel Johnson. Again, it's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Mike, 55.
Five.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Ready.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 5'4", Mike 5'4". Mike 4.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Come on.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, seam 6.
Mike 5'5", Mike 55, Mike 5'5". Danny.
Hey, Charlie.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. And he cuts it right, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 78 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 4th-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 27 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Look. Squeeze. Hey, zoom. Ready to go.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 55. I got you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. 65.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Gun. Let's go right here. Gun. 50. Coming to you.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Go! Hey, Echo!
Watch safety creeping.
Look at me! Door!
Check three. Check 15.
Now Jones throwing again. That's complete to Slayton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
That's another.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Yellow.
They run it again with Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I'm coming for you. Check 37. Check 37.
Run out.
Check it out. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the draw, this is Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Hey, lock it.
Joker.
Five.
10. Check. He's coming. We got double up.
Another try for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
That's it. Big hit.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Mike 5-4. Exit. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Here's Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Go.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 45, 45.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Catch made by Slayton. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Let's get off the field, D.
Jones now. Off play action. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check. Yep.
Check out route.
Gone.
Big edge. Come.
Rock. Shoot.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
59 ball. Check. Yellow. Mike. Gun. Check. 59. Time to go. Hey, flicker. Check safety. Check. Black.
3rd and long for Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 52. Check deep grip.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A huge play there in overtime, and even 50 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
You got tight right there. Hey, switch gears. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch that.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Mike 54.
this way. Hard, hard. Here we go. Look at me. Zipper. Come.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Greystone, travel. Kill. Hey. Tighten up. 25. Check 25. Go.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Giants win the football game. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Giants, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit it here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. Try me booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. up this magic. One up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were